It was supposed to be a normal evening, a dinner at our favorite restaurant, surrounded by friends and laughter. Daniel, my husband, had just returned from a long business trip, and I thought bringing him into our circle again would mend the distance that had grown between us. What I hadn't anticipated was my secret lover, Ryan, showing up without warning. He was daring, confident, reckless, the exact combination that had always drawn me in. Ryan and I had promised to stay discreet, but that night, he seemed different. His eyes burned with envy every time Daniel smiled at me. I felt the tension rising between them, yet I forced myself to act as if everything were normal. My hands shook slightly as I raised my glass, silently hoping the evening would pass without incident. Daniel, ever the perfect gentleman, shared stories from his trip, laughing and thanking everyone for coming. Ryan, however, stayed silent, jaw tight, eyes locked on me. Then, suddenly, Daniel placed his hand over mine and said softly, "I missed you more than I realized." That was the breaking point. Ryan lost control. Before anyone could respond, he sprang up, his chair scraping loudly across the floor. He glared at Daniel and shouted, "You don't deserve her." The restaurant fell utterly silent. My heart stopped. Daniel staggered back, stunned, while I froze between them. Ryan's expression wasn't triumph, it was pure, blazing anger laced with heartbreak. "How long are you going to lie?" he yelled. "Tell him the truth." His voice cracked. Everyone watched, the friends, neighbors, even restaurant staff, like a live performance of my hidden affair being exposed. Daniel turned to me slowly, eyes narrowing. "What truth?" he asked calmly, and his calm felt sharper than a shout. I tried to speak, but my voice failed. Ryan shouted again, "Tell him you've been with me. Tell him what you said about your marriage." Gasps rippled through the room. I felt the ground slip away beneath me. Daniel's face turned pale, jaw tight as realization hit. "Is it true?" His quiet anger was worse than any yelling. Tears filled my eyes, but I remained silent. That silence said everything. He took a slow breath, looked at Ryan, and said coldly, "You've made the biggest mistake of your life." Then came the unexpected. Daniel didn't fight back. He didn't yell. He calmly pulled out his phone. Within minutes, 2 security guards arrived and escorted Ryan out, still shouting my name, still reaching for me. Daniel's composure terrified me more than Ryan's rage ever had. He wasn't acting emotionally, he was calculating. Once Ryan was gone, Daniel addressed everyone calmly, "Dinner's over." Without another word, he left, leaving me standing there, humiliated. I followed him, begging him to listen, but he didn't look back. That night, he didn't return home. The next morning, a short note lay on the dining table, "You chose your path." I hope he was worth it. I read it over and over. Calls to him went unanswered, blocked. Ryan didn't answer either. Panic set in. By evening, I learned the news. Ryan had been arrested. Daniel filed charges for assault and defamation. All evidence, including security footage, was handed to the police. My lover, who claimed he'd fight for me, was now facing jail. And I was left alone, surrounded by the ruins of both relationships. Days later, Daniel filed for divorce. He moved out quietly, never looking back. Everyone knew. My shame was public. The man who once loved me completely had turned his back. The man I betrayed him with destroyed himself trying to protect me. Looking back, I see how quickly life can change. One slap, one burst of emotion, and everything collapsed. I thought I controlled both men, but in reality, I lost them and myself. Sometimes, one choice can turn love into shame, and secrets into punishment. That night, I lost more than just 2 men. I lost everything.
And that's the end of the story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It really helps support the channel. Leave a comment below with the kind of story you'd like to hear next. Your ideas motivate me to create more amazing stories just for you.